What's up guys, welcome back to Boxing XJ, and today I'll be doing a review on the Title Predator boxing shoes and what I really like about these shoes and the difference between this boxing shoes and other boxing shoes out there. Keep in mind, this is just my disclaimer and I'm just giving a review based on my experience wearing these shoes. Now, what I really like about this boxing shoes is that it's a very stable boxing shoes, and the stability that you get for this type of boxing shoes for the price range is unmatched. Now, as we look here on the heel of the boxing shoes, it's not moving all the way, so it's very firm and very stable, which in turn, the pros to this is that when you're actually stepping back, you catch a shot, or you just backing up, you're moving backwards. Imagine my arm as a leg, as my leg. While I'm moving backward, my foot is not all over the place in the shoes, and the extra heel support helps to keep my foot in this position. And you want to keep your legs in this position if you're trying to back up and you're trying to stay planted as you're backing up. Now, another thing that's cool about this boxing shoes is the material that actually they use here. I don't remember the name of the material. I'll leave it in the description. But the material that they use here is actually like a nice plastic layer, which actually reflects light really cool. And you can see it reflecting a little bit of light in the camera. So as when you shine these shoes down and you wipe them off, you go into the gym, everybody started to look down on your foot and they can't help themselves because of that light reflection. It's really cool, and it has a cool color scheme to the boxing shoes. Another thing that adds to the stability of the shoes and the comfort is actually this huge tongue that Title decided to add here. And when you do put your foot inside of these shoes, the tongue actually wrap around your ankle, and I really like that extra ankle support that this tongue has. The laces are actually long enough where you could wrap it from the back of the shoes to the front, so that's cool, and I really enjoy that. I like doing that because it adds a bit more heel support, and the more heel support you could get in a boxing shoe is the better. And the material that is inside and at the back of the heel is a bit thicker than the inner material, as you can see there. So it's a lot of it's very comforting at the heel at the back of the shoe. So it's not like you're feeling something trying to grind away on your heels. None of that is felt while I'm wearing these shoes. Another cool thing about, I'm just giving all the pros to the shoes right now. So another cool thing about the boxing shoes is that inside of the boxing shoes, the insole of the boxing shoes, it can actually be removed. So some fighters, I for instance, I don't really like my foot being up high on a pedestal. So I like my foot a little bit closer to the canvas. So I actually remove the insole of the shoes, and once I remove the insole, boy, I tell you, this shoe just feel like an extension of my body. Now, this boxing shoe is a little bit heavier than other boxing shoes out there on the market, and the reason for that is because of the rubber. However, this is not a problem. It's more for pro. So if you're a power puncher, the shoes will feel like a bit more of your type of shoes, and one of the reasons for that is because the weight of the shoes, and second, because of the grip support of the bottom of the shoes. Now, Title decided to went with rubber on the bottom of the shoes, and rubber is very heavy, so that's kind of add to the weight of the shoes. Now, what they did with the rubber here, they had a lot of pattern to the rubber, which is very easy. One thing with rubber, it can be shaped and molded in the way you want it to. So they were able to add a lot of pattern in the bottom of the shoes. Now, when you're moving around in the shoes and you actually pivot, that's what I find myself, doing. When I actually pivot, I stay in that position that I want to be in. I'm not sliding all over the place. So I'm able to take one move, and I'm not making two moves or three moves because I slip or slide, on the canvas. This shoe stay in the position that I want it to be, and it's very, stable. When I turn, pivot, or I turn this way, I'm in that position and I'm not sliding. I have to make another extra step to catch myself. None of that. That grip support is really good when it comes to contact with the canvas. Now, with that being said, the boxing shoes itself is it's a little bit different from other boxing shoes out there. So if you're the type of power puncher, you like to step forward and you like to, you know, load up on your shots and you like to apply pressure and keep stepping forward, this is the boxing shoes for you. If you're more of a counter puncher, you like to move around a lot, and you know, this will be a little bit of a drawback. Now, I say a little bit of a drawback because I am actually a counter puncher. And what I found out with this type of boxing shoes is that when I'm actually loading up on my counters, I'm landing these counter shot a bit heavier than other boxing shoes that I actually train in. And the reason for that is when I'm pivoting, or I'm like, you know, using my kinetic, you know, that kinetic chain to actually release my punch, the shoes, when I'm turning to get that shot off, I can actually release that shot off in a bit more snappy because my foot is not slipping and sliding. So when I load up and I fire my shots off, I tend to find out that my shots are a bit heavy, and I can actually hear it when I actually fire my shot. They're a bit heavier when I'm using these shoes, and that's because of that extra kinetic energy I could actually draw from my leg, from my hip, and the rotation in my arms to get my punch off. So it helps in that way. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. Now, another cool thing about the boxing shoes that you should not overlook, and it's a kind of a different design, and I like it. Now, if you look, I'm trying to make the shoes as flat as possible. Now, if you look on the shoes, they actually put the toe of the shoes a little bit upwards, and this help in a way where you don't get your feet caught up in the canvas. And I hate that. I hate when I'm trying to slide across the room, my toe gets caught up in the canvas. So Tidal decided to put the shoes, the toe of the shoes, a little bit upwards so you don't get it caught up in the canvas. Now, since we're on the toes, there's a little bit of a drawback to it as well. It's because of the material, the stable material that Tidal decided to use. Now, in this toe area, there's not a lot of cushion or a lot of fabric to actually help with your, the comfort of your toes. So if you're wearing these boxing shoes or you're gonna buy them, I would say, and this is what you should do with in my opinion, most boxing shoes, you should actually buy it a little bit bigger than your size. So say for instance, you wear size 10, you should buy 10 and a half, and actually add a long socks or a thick socks to the shoes, which will help you to be a little bit more snug fit. Now, yes, it's a little bit more weight you're adding to the shoes, but at the same time, comfort. Nothing beats comfort when you're wearing a gear. So that's one of the things that I did, and when I did that, trust me, my whole rating for the shoes actually went up, and I tried to appreciate the shoes for what it really is. So I would recommend you just wearing a thicker socks when you're actually wearing boxing shoes. Now, not a lot of things to criticize when it comes to the shoes. Great shoes overall. Really enjoy them, and I'm adding them to my collection. Not returning these babies. I really like them. Really enjoy them. Now, I'll leave the review at there. I hope you guys liked it. Like and share. Subscribe. Until next time. Peace out, guys.